$18 trillion has evaporated from the Chinese housing market. This chart tracks 20 years of continuous upward housing growth in China. Prices had now fallen for 35 consecutive months, effectively erasing 2 full decades of economic gains. Compared to the minor dips of past global recessions, this steepness is a complete anomaly. We are watching the largest housing crash in human history play out in real time. When an asset class that fueled 20 years of continuous growth finally breaks, it sends a warning to every other global market. To understand the scale of this collapse, we have to go back to the late 1990s. The government began privatizing housing to incentivize millions of people to move from farms to cities. Urban homeownership exploded from roughly 50% to 90% in a matter of years. But the average family faced strict financial constraints. The domestic stock market was incredibly volatile, and bank deposits paid virtually zero interest, and strict capital controls meant you couldn't move your money outside the country, and this created an inescapable wealth trap. With nowhere else to safely store cash, real estate became the default investment. It acted as a safety net, a status symbol, and a college fund, all wrapped up in a single concrete apartment. Looking at this chart, we can see the extreme danger of this concentration. By the peak, an astounding 70% of all Chinese household wealth was tied up directly in property, compared to roughly 25% here in the United States. Buyers became so desperate to secure property that a massive pre-sale loophole emerged. People took out massive mortgages and paid up to 23 times their annual salary for apartments that didn't actually exist yet. They were buying based purely on architectural renderings and a promise. Local governments relied on land sales for revenue. Developers borrowed heavily to build faster, and families dumped their life savings into empty lots. The entire system relied entirely on property values rising indefinitely. By 2020, the market was dangerously overbuilt. Millions of units sat empty in ghost cities, and developers were holding catastrophic levels of debt. Beijing intervened with a regulatory shift called the 3 Red Lines. This policy was designed to instantly shut off the debt supply to over-leverage developers. The impact was immediate. Mega developers like Evergrande suddenly could not roll over their $300 billion debt load and were forced into liquidation. A rapid contagion effect followed. Shortly after, other massive builders like Country Garden began defaulting on their dollar bonds. A policy shift intended to safely cool down a hot market instead acted as a detonator, exposing the phantom foundation of the entire presale system. The real-world consequences hit regular families immediately. Millions of pre-sold apartments were abandoned mid-construction by bankrupt developers. In 2022, buyers across the country realized their homes might never be built. Out of desperation, thousands threatened massive mortgage boycotts. These boycotts completely shattered public confidence. New buyers avoided the market entirely, which starved the remaining developers of the pre-sale cash they desperately needed to finish their existing projects. The unwinding caused massive macroeconomic damage. Consumer spending plummeted, sparking a deflationary spiral, and local government revenues collapsed because there was no one left to buy the land. The exact same feedback loop that built the bubble is now running in reverse. Once confidence shatters, market psychology becomes virtually impossible to stop. How does the collapse of a localized domestic asset class send shockwaves through international borders? It starts with a global commodity crash. At its peak, Chinese construction consumed roughly half of the world's steel and 60% of its cement. Global demand for those materials fell instantly alongside the housing market. Then we see the trade war effect. With domestic consumers holding on to their cash, China exports its way out of the crisis, flooding the global market with cheap goods and putting intense pressure on American manufacturing to slash prices. Counterintuitively, this actually strengthens the US dollar. As global markets get nervous, foreign capital flees to the safety of US treasuries. In a deeply connected global economy, $18 trillion in lost wealth violently reshuffles global supply chains, corporate earnings, and currency power. This raises a central concern for American homeowners. Is the U.S. housing market suffering from the same hidden rot, and are we on the brink of a similar collapse? This chart compares the core supply difference. China built a massive structural surplus of empty units and ghost cities. The United States is facing the exact opposite problem, a critical housing deficit. currently short an estimated 1.2 million homes. The debt structures are completely opposed. Chinese buyers were highly leveraged on unbuilt promises. The vast majority of American homeowners are locked into 30-year fixed mortgages under 4%, sitting on record-high equity. That being said, the U.S. is experiencing a split market. Pandemic boomtowns like Austin, Texas, are seeing steep price corrections, down 27% from their peak. Conversely, older markets in the Northeast, like Hartford, Connecticut, are up 25% and continuing to hit record highs due to heavily restricted supply. China's collapse exposes the danger of zero diversification. An entire nation's wealth sat in a single basket, built on the assumption that property values could never fall.